Okay, the next one's
Done
called
For.
Done For. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
We hear a guitar.
Yep. It's our boys coming.
There
he is.
There we go. I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
I sent out some scouts to take a look around through here, and they wound up at your doors. Through the years we seldom get a warm welcome, so I must ask just to be sure. Did you do something to them?
Who, me? All I did was reveal their true form.
You turned them into pigs.
I don't know who you are nor why you're here, but let me make this one thing clear. I've got people to protect, nymphs I can't neglect, so I'm not taking chances, dear. If you make one wrong move, then you're done for. Anything I don't approve, then you're done for. I can put a spell on you and you're done for. Boy, you better run or soon you will be done for.
I don't mean to tip your scale, but you will fail at placing any spells on me. I just ate a flower, one that claims your power, so you better cower now and flee.
You must be a liar, mortals can't acquire money without dire consequence.
Then I must be a god like you, cause I got this root from the ground with my bare hands.
Hermes gave it to you, didn't he?
Fine, yes. Well, regardless, you and I are now evenly matched. Our fates are intertwined, they're attached. I've got people to protect, friends I can't neglect. So now there is no turning
Love
back.
that.
You've made your one wrong move, now you're done for. I will be the one to prove that you're done for. Not even a spell saves you, cause you're done for. Oh, you better run, or soon you will be done for. Lost.
My nymphs are like my daughters, I protect them
The strings are
at
cool.
all costs. The last time we let strangers live, we faced a heavy loss. You've given me no reason to bestow you with my trust, but everyone's true colors are revealed in acts of lust.
I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that was a short
And
one.
then that is a short one. It looks like it transitions right into the right into the next one. So.
Right off the bat, that was a lot more fun than the past two, but it still had those wub. Yeah,
sort of like wub effect. Kinda.
The wubby like synth. That was sick. I loved the
cool.
pace of that.
Yep.
Because it still had the elements of like that.
Elements. Anyway,
the synthwave elements from the last two.
Yeah.
Which arguably like the last two could be conceptually, musically, and story wise, like leading up to this one.
Yeah. True.
Because I enjoyed this one a lot, and I love the phrasing and the lyricism in this one too.
Yeah. I think I saw you react to which one? Like you kind of.
Oh yeah, there was something.
I don't know who you are nor why you're here, but let me make this one thing clear. You kind of went like, whew, at that point.
I don't know who you are nor why you're here, but let me make this one
there was
thing
something.
clear.
I thought that was weird though too. Actually, I did remember like, I don't know who you are nor why you're here. It almost sounded like she didn't say R. Almost like she didn't even say R. Like.
I don't know who you are nor why you're here.
Or it's there,
Very
but it's
quick.
so like it's very quick.
quick.
Yeah.
Can you actually scroll back to the top?
Sure.
I want to skim through the lyrics again.
Yeah.
Also, I love how easy it is for us to point out the musical characteristics now too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
like it's really obvious in this one where it's like switching to the synthy string stuff for the nymph and like the guitar stuff for Odysseus or Odie. I'm gonna call him Odie from now. Do you mind if I scroll?
Yeah, no, go for it. The strings kind of gave me like Hollow Knight vibes. I don't know if you've ever played Hollow Knight.
No, but I've seen
a little bit.
gameplay.
But some of the battle themes have these like kind of cool, like intense, like string parts in a lot of them, and so it was kind of giving me like that kind of vibe.
There was something that like the pace of something I really liked. I forget what it was. It's okay. But it was another
I feel
one.
like it was earlier on.
It
but
was
I'm
another
not-
one of those like, there's probably a term for it, but like those repeating sounds and syllables in the same line that
Yes.
just fucking flowed really
I
well.
just ate a flower, one that claims your power, so you better cower now and flee.
Was it that maybe?
No, it
That
wasn't
that
that
kind of
one.
had it there. No.
It did similar though.
Similar, yeah.
Our fates are intertwined, they're attached.
Oh, I guess
You
it'd be
and
like
I are
that.
now evenly matched. Our fates are intertwined,
Yeah.
they're attached. I've got people to protect.
And that
Friends I can't neglect.
the harmonies
Now
too.
there's no
Yep.
turning back.
It's always cool seeing like two characters like sing against each other. Like they
Yeah.
have a section, and then they start harmonizing with each other because they're like,
it's
yeah.
one of those similar themes of like, it's just a constant acknowledgement of like this. None of this is necessarily good versus evil. Like
Right.
any of this, it's just like two sides that are butting heads.
Yeah.
And like we both have friends we can't neglect, and there's
Yeah,
no turning
true.
back. We got people we both have people we need to protect and can't neglect, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Like we've heard in other songs where like one side establishes their part of it, the other side establishes their part, and then they end up singing it together, and it's just like this amazing
Yeah.
like acknowledgement of that.
And it's kind of cool that they do sort of take that approach. I mean, I haven't read the Odyssey at all, so it's like, but I would imagine it comes from the perspective of Odysseus. So it's like, oh, these nymphs are evil and trying to like turn us into pigs and stuff. But it's like, no, for the nymph side, it's like, oh, these men are coming onto
Yeah.
our island. Are they gonna hurt us? I don't know. Like we should,
especially
turn them
due
into
to their
pigs.
past experiences
Exactly.
of strangers taking advantage of them and stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, let's just turn them into pigs so they don't hurt us, first.
Hell yeah.
So very interesting. I think overall, maybe a 6. It's building up.
Yeah.
The first song was a 4.
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
one was a 5 for me.
I also
This one was a
I
6.
can't get over that wubby synth too.
Yeah.
Because the way that
So
you
you better cower
is it?
now and not like you, 'cause they got this root from the ground with
Oh, it starts
my
here,
bare
actually.
hands.
Hermes gave it to you, didn't he?
Okay, fine, yes.
I like that
Regardless,
too.
You and I are now evenly matched.
And now it's more subby.
Fates are
Yep.
intertwined, they're attached.
It was
Yeah,
earlier
'cause
on
the-
too, I think, too.
Sorry
It was like,
that I asked this, but I hope that I go round through here. A warm well. Did you do something to them?
Who, me?
Here, May.
It was revealed that your form.
You turned them into pigs.
I like
You
that.
know who you are, know why you're here.
no.
But let me
Is it
make
here?
this
No,
one
not
thing
really.
clear. I
A little
want
bit. It's,
No,
it's
it's
kind of
there.
a little bit. Yeah.
nymphs that come and play.
Which is also
So I'm
very,
not taking chances here.
very worth pointing out to credit them, because like already we just listened to like 3 different instances where that wubbiness comes in.
Yeah.
All 3 are slightly different.
Yeah, they are.
Because the how you layer them or how you EQ them or whatever, it just like affects how it feels. Like
Yeah.
one of them's way subbier, one of them's a little bit more on the higher end, so it's not as beefy.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more subtle, but it's there.
Yeah.
And so, and what's fascinating and why I love stuff like that, even though it's not my style of music, like production wise, the way you do that,
Yeah.
right? It's like it's like you apply it to one track, and it's like whenever this thing happens, it ducks out the volume of this track that you attach it to.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I think it's called like parallel ducking or something like that.
Okay. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've
And
ever
so
done it
like
before.
it's like most commonly it's like whenever a kick drum hits, the bass gets sucked out. And so that's what
yeah.
creates the
That seems like a common technique in a lot of like pop.
that's house music
it's
to a
house
T
music in general,
basically,
yeah.
right? But like doing it this way is fucking sick.
Yeah. And
'Cause
it
it
kind of
sounds-
like grows too. So like
Yeah.
the beginning, it's like it's subtle, and then it has more
Exactly.
of a high end, and then at the end, it's
I'm
like
so curious how they ended up layering it or producing it.
yeah.
Because it almost sounds like whatever is doing the eighth notes, it's like attached to that. Like maybe the strings or something.
maybe.
Right.
Right.
But it's subbing or like wubbing. Subbing a wubbing.
Who you are, know why you're here. But let me make this one thing clear. I
Oh.
choir.
Oh,
Almost.
the choir.
It's a choir.
Which might be a path, but-
Could be, yeah. Still there, the choir.
It
feels very like
I don't mean to tip
curse, magical, witchy.
Yeah, there's actually
it's like
a lot of
gives that like
there's a lot of elements that like instruments and stuff that get affected in the same way. It's so interesting to like actually analyze that.
Go a little further.
Then I must be
Then everything is where it's, like,
godlike
more
you,
the-
'cause I got this root from the ground with my bare
Oh,
hands.
so it's just very consistent.
Okay, fine, yes. Well, regardless, you and I are now evenly matched.
Ah,
So maybe it's consistent, but there's just more layers that are getting added on
yeah,
top of it.
maybe it's
So
just,
it just sounds
a
different
much more
because-
consistent effect
Yeah.
than we thought. Maybe it's not even what I said. Maybe it's like an actual effect.
Maybe.
Because there's also some sort of guitar effect that people use that way.
Right.
Like a slow
Yeah,
tremolo
true.
or something. Like a
Right,
slow
right.
tremolo.
I've got people to protect, friends I can't neglect. So now there is no turning.
That's actually so funny. Like you hear Odysseus say can't, and then you hear Circe
Oh, really?
say can't. Like you can hear the
To protect, friends I can't neglect.
Oh, yeah.
There's no turning back. You've made your one wrong move, now you're
They're done for. Yeah, I like that.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
Dead.
turning back. You've made your one wrong move, now you're done for. I will be the one to prove that you're done for. Not even a spell saves you, 'cause you're done for. Oh, you better run, or soon you will be done for.
I think that whole section is a really good. What's the word? Alliteration. Just like the syllables that they're using so
Sure,
often in
sure.
this section are so satisfying because they're how they're like where they're putting them.
Yeah.
It's great.
Hell yeah. Good stuff to me. Well, good stuff, but it's a 6.
Yes, compared to the other two, it's good.
In terms of a 6, it's pretty good.